should be serving dinner pretty soon. I'm just having a caramel here. It's not, oh, she's gonna get closer. You want my eyeball? That's all right. There's no film in it, it's a big fake.
September 10th, of course there's no film.
Hey, no, it's your
No, if you
today's
want
my
to
birthday.
do a film in there, you ruin it.
Oh, yeah. Hey, today,
What is the date?
is this got sound? October 11th, 1932 was my birthday. And today is my birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Latif. Happy birthday to me. I got one for yesterday. This is for my father, October 10th, 1898.
Oh, 1890, that's when my father was born. 1898?
1898, yeah.
Yeah.
Happy
Birthday.
Louis.
Louis, okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
All right, that's enough of that stuff. Come on.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, we are at
Is this south?
We are
Astara.
at
Astara? Sunday, of course, October 11th, my birthday.
Okay, and we've just
Just had a latihan, would you believe it? We're acting like this, so sane already. Is this sound?
yeah.
Oh my God.
No.
Back to it.
Okay, we're here at the what's called the Kejiwan gathering, right?
It's the Kejiwan gathering, whatever that means. The
So
Kejiwan.
what does it mean?
It means Mr. Kejiwan was here. No, it means Kejiwan means Jiwa means the inner, the soul, whatever you want to call it. The inner being of man is Jiwa, and Keji is the Kejiwan, the spiritual being of man. See? And the latihan, in fact, the chef here is an Indonesian. He's a Dutch fellow from Indonesia. And he was born in Indonesia. And we asked him, in fact, Mahmoud Kennedy asked him, what does latihan mean? He said, oh, latihan is when they say, fire, fire, fire. And everybody comes. And all the people take buckets, and as a whole group, they put out the fire. It means working together as one. That's what he told me. He's an Indonesian. He goes from the old days.
That's a great
So that's part of the Kejiwan. That's why we're here. See? In fact, here's another unusual thing. There's a photo up on the wall, just past the cashier, and it's a photo of a Subud brother who was opened in 1959. Mahmoud Kennedy spotted him. And of course,
He's one of the notables at Astara. That's why it's up there on the wall.
you got film in there, or you put me up?
No, it doesn't take film.
That's right, it does take from this new age camera.
It's a tape.
Oh, it's a tape. That's even worse. I'm a tape now. I don't want to be in a film, but
This is going to be sent around all over the country.
Puck Latif.
Okay, this is Latif Marotti, right? Marotti. Okay. And you're a single fellow.
Yeah, if there's any, any you girls out there, who knows? Yeah, but I'm about that.
What do you have to offer to a young single woman who might be interested?
Wow, greatest thing on earth, me. Hey, this is gonna, you gonna put this out?
Oh,
For
yeah?
an Italian, he's got a great sense of humor.
Uh-oh, I'm Italian, that explains it all, right? He's Italian, it's okay, he's Italian.
Okay, do you have a job? Do you have some
I
kind
have
of
a job.
financial
That's why I'm
security to
here.
offer here?
Yeah, I got a job. If she wants to work, can she draw? I need someone to do some drawing for me. I do architecture, and right now I just finished a project for Disney. Well, it was two projects. One was here in Anaheim, was a new ride for Disney in Anaheim called Splash Mountain, which is a ride. It's a sort of a boat ride, but you go through this old barn, and through this mining tunnel, onto this boat ride. Then it takes you up and splash into water, the usual. And it was interesting. Now I got another job. It's like the old age home. A bunch of old people working there, and well, it's all right. I think I'm going to venture on from there. It's a stepping stone. We're doing some Navy jobs, Malibu, some facilities for the Navy. There's a hotel he did in Hawaii. He got in Hawaii. And what else? We got, yeah, some other small stuff. But,
I just wanted to establish the fact that you had some steady income coming in. Is that
yeah,
right? Okay.
I'm fortunate actually. You know, in a way, I was opened by an architect, and I've always been doing architecture, so it's kind of I'm always into it, and I'm always doing something, and I find work. I'm maybe jumping around a lot. Excuse me, I run out of breath when I talk. I don't talk from the stomach. Like says, talk from the stomach. But sitting down is what am I crazy.
What have you thought about what's happened here at this meeting?
Oh, well, I don't want to, that's, I would rather not say that on film, on tape. I mean,
It's okay to say it on tape.
Yeah, it's all right, it's okay. It's all right. Actually, it's been very strange experiences for me. It's very different. God, how do I put it into words without taking away? I've been more than being involved in it and doing this Kejiwan thing and testing and all that. I've kind of been away from. I've been aside from it, outside of it, and almost like sort of observing. Yeah, it's kind of observing.
Okay, from your observer's
Yeah,
viewpoint, how would you?
Yeah, as the observer, I went through a lot of feelings. I saw things that you know, there was a lot of disturbing things that I saw happen. And they bothered me kind of, you know. And I didn't feel like testing any, but actually in discussing in groups was very nice. Very good relationship. I really got to know some people. And a really good sharing. In fact, that sharing was even better than any of the testing. Although I only did 2 testings, involved in 2 testings. But the sharing was really a relationship. I kind of have a relationship. Well, that's a bad word in this day and age. But I have a connection now with some people that I knew nothing much about. It's a joke. So I didn't feel to get involved in the testing. Although the 2 testing I did get involved in was so good, and it was so different, in the sense that there weren't, we tested, it was sort of a talent testing. I hope this is going just for Subud people. It was a talent testing, which we did, and it was sort of an open-end talent testing, and it was, the person that was tested had received himself, and it was so clear, and so obvious we didn't have to discuss and talk anymore about it. And we were such a nice state, all of us have, you know, no need to test anymore. So we just sat and we chatted, talked. It's nice, quiet way. And we didn't get involved in much testing. But like I say, I was more like an outside observer. And my feelings were, there was a lot of, I mean, I'm not complaining. Sad feelings, good feelings are good, sad feelings are good too. But I had some sad feelings. And it's good, it's good. It's an experience, it's not bad. It's sad or good, it's all the same. And it's good for me, I think, to have these sad experiences, because it's a learning process. You learn from them just as much as you learn from happy feelings. But then in the latihan this morning, what happened was, I was laughing. It took all that sadness away. Oh, I laughed. It was wonderful. The sadness was taken away. And I realized that Indonesians are like that. They laugh. They laugh a lot, Indonesians. Always laughing. Even at the most serious thing, they'll laugh. Because life is very harsh for them. And I was made aware that this laughing, takes away the harshness of life, all the harshness.
Yeah.
And it's nice, it's a good experience.
Do you recommend more laughing for people?
What?
Recommend more laughing?
Well, I mean, I'm not an actor, you know. It has to come from...
Poor Latif, he's not an actor.
Latif, how did you feel when you heard that Bapak had passed away?
How did I feel?
Yeah.
Well, at the time I came to Latihan directly from work, and there was a sign posted in the lobby just as I came in that Bapak had passed away. And of course it was, you know, I was quiet, but it was sad. It was, you know, oh no. But then after a while it was it changed. I accepted it. As I accepted maybe you will, and I will. But anyway, I had this theory. Now, this is only a theory. Don't make a religion out of it. It's only a theory. I had this theory that everyone in Subud, everyone you meet, every Subud person you meet, we're linked. There's an inner link, an inner bond, or an inner link. And this is forever. It's not only here for this earth. But this is a bond and a link forever. And when we, it's a theory now. Don't go make a religion out of it. That when we leave here, we'll meet again. We'll know our Jews. Now we're just getting, we're being introduced to each other as Jews. And outwardly sometimes we don't like the guy's Jew, or we don't like our Jews. But in reality, once we get to know each other as Jew, we're going back to the one source. That's what the oneness is, all these Jews. Become one, we'll know each other. It's sad for the ones that whose Jews are not yet awakened, then it's really sad. It's sad. And there's that sadness. I get that sad feeling. I don't want to do it. But it's sad for them. Because, the relationships and all the fun is really after this.
Okay.
That's when we all meet. Yeah. And the ones that, the Jews are not yet awoken. So
Okay.
they still have to hang around a while. Okay.
Thanks, Latif.
Okay. Bye-bye.
I'm going to go over here to this fellow. Who are you?
My name is Levi Pleshe.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine.
Have a good latihan?
Nice latihan. Yeah. This morning I woke up and I was feeling exhausted, and had some breakfast and went to the bathroom and remembered something that Meanie House had told me yesterday about asking who I am, who is Levi in the morning.
Yeah.
And sitting on the throne, and I asked, who is Levi? And a great big laugh. And took away all of the fatigue, all of the depression that I was trying to build up. And, thought about some stuff. Yesterday did some testing about having courage. And like it was having courage in the latihan. And went over to talk to a brother about maybe pursuing this. And this is something that in the past I would have said, sure, I'll do it. But now I got to do something else. But I can feel the fruits, and in the latihan today, I didn't receive anywhere near what I received yesterday. It was something different. So it's like I had to have the courage to receive what I was receiving today. I've been hung up on this word courage for quite a while. Went to the dictionary and discovered it's from a French word, cœur, which is heart, and I think is related to the lion somehow. It's the heart, and it's a nice. Latif's father might have said.
So have you been more or less happy with what's happening here at this gathering? Or
Yeah.
think it's been beneficial?
Happy. It's been nice. And I've had a chance to talk to some people and just hang around and follow my feelings. Yeah, and okay. Got to be a rebel, and we counted off for groups, and I wasn't happy with the people that I was with. Even before that, I just felt something, and I went out and talked to a brother, and he said he had been talking earlier at the meeting about his expectations and hopes to spend some time with people. You know, just wander around and follow his feelings. And here we were counting off. And it just didn't feel good to him. So I was talking to him, took a little break for a cigarette, unfortunately. And kept thinking number three. So I went back to my group, which was supposed to be number 1, and had to go to the bathroom, and somebody made a snide comment. And found that I was in a new group, and it happened to be number 3. And that's after, that was when all the courage testing happened for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it worked out for you.
Yeah, it worked out very well for me.
Good.
Yeah.
Levi, how did you feel when you got the news that Babak had passed away?
Okay, fine, thank you, goodbye. I was working on my swimming pool, and I could care less. It's like, thank God. No big deal. Of course, afterwards I tempered my feelings by saying things like, oh, well, we got to do it now. Now it's our responsibility. I accept it. So what else is new? I don't have any emotion as such. It's not happy, it's not sad. Such is life. I have heard later a very strong feeling from a sister who said that she has received or heard and received, to pray for Babak. Pray that he will be given a nice place in heaven. And that's nice. That comes into my head, and I do that every once in a while.
Okay, thanks.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. Hello, E-Man. Hello, Hampton.
See you later.
Hey.
Start talking.
No, I gotta go take some pictures.
Who's this guy here?
Gonna take some pictures of the activities.
Okay, tell me who you are and where you're from and what's...
Is this a sound?
Yeah, this is sound.
Well, that's very interesting. Sjarif Hale, from out in the boonies in Winchester, California.
You've been living in Kalimantan for a while, though, right?
A little bit, about 6 months, a year and a half ago. Enjoying life.
That must have been quite an experience.
Yes, it was. It was. In the heat of the day and the monsoons, but not too many mosquitoes compared to Jakarta and Wisma Subud.
Have you been enjoying this gathering here?
I think it's best. Just come together and be flexible and go with the tide and just relax and meet people, talk things over. Been bringing myself up to date as to who's doing what and why aren't we doing more.
Yeah.
That's enough for now.
Okay, see you later.
Thank you
Bye.
very much.
Is that it right there? Hi there.
I'm gonna go see it.
Oh, that's what I want. Great.
What is this you're looking at?
I've been waiting to see this banana tree that I've been walking past 30 times and didn't look. I wanted to see these wonderful blossoms I'm supposed to. Wow, look at that.
So this is a banana
So
tree,
this is a
huh?
banana tree.
What's this long thing hanging down here?
That's its huge blossom. And when it opens up and then I guess it loses its petals and as it loses its petals. Ask his son, he knows all about bananas. But the leaves? Yeah. Isn't that funny? I didn't think that. Rockman, I don't really want to be a star once again.
Well, you're just a natural star.
Just a
Salamah.
natural star. Oh my goodness.
I'm going to interview this guy
Should I
here.
say something profound?
Who are you?
My name is Maurice Peterson from Los Angeles.
And what brought you down to this gathering? What made you decide to come here?
Well, I just wanted a chance to meet other Subud brothers and sisters and maybe get together and do some testing and some conversation and get together from inner to inner.
Yeah. How has it been going for you here?
Very fine. I've enjoyed myself very much. I'm very glad I came. And wouldn't be any place else right now.
Right.
And right here.
Good. How did you feel when you got the news that Papa passed away?
Well, I've been kind of sort of halfway expecting it, but I didn't want to believe it. But I was in Chalandak at the time, and Papa's grandson had warned us that he was very sickly after Ramadan.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at Ramadan and stayed till his birthday, which was the 22nd of June. And we went to his new home in Pamalong, and everybody was there, hundreds of people, and afterward they took the cake. He wasn't well enough to, when we came into his home, they were coming down with oxygen, big oxygen tanks, so that was kind of indicative. And then in the evening of his cake, he cut it upstairs. He didn't come down with the people, but he was at the top of this beautiful spiral stairway. And he stayed up there, and everybody came and stood around under the stairway and sang him happy birthday, both the European version and the Indonesian version. And he cut a piece, and then he waved and kind of waved like saying goodbye and went to his room. And that evening we went home around midnight or so, and in the morning about 4 or 5 o'clock, somebody was coming by outside and said, Papa has passed away, Papa has passed away. And even though you expect something to happen, it's still a shock.
Yeah.
Because you're always hoping that he'll stay a little longer. That was my hope anyway. But I'm very glad I was there at that momentous time.
At this meeting here, has anything special kind of happened in your feelings, or anything that you want to share with anyone?
Well, yes, I feel that my latihan is new dimensions have come in, and I feel a broadening, kind of like a broadening of my inner, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And I feel a deeper inner peace. It's like things are happening. It's like in the beginning things are kind of slow. Now they're just kind of booming and like a cannon going out, or a rocket. These flares.
It's quite an experience. Huh?
Yes. And I've noticed other people. I've seen some changes in other people too. Just more feeling of inner joy.
Yeah.
I've noticed this especially with Latif, who you were just talking to.
Yeah.
Seen some big changes in him.
So you're a young single man now too, huh?
Well, I'm single.
In case there are any single ladies out there watching the video, do you have any messages?
Yeah, come on over and see me.
What kind of work do you do, Maurice?
Well, I've been working in the studios and working in the background, you might say.
For the movie studios?
Companies and television companies. Whichever is busy at the time, either Disney or Paramount or Warner Brothers or Columbia or MGM, which now is Lorimar.
Is there any special qualities in a lady that you're looking for? Or?
Well, I always like a sense of humor. I think a lady would need a sense of humor to get along with me. So that's what I like, and also I guess I'm kind of a fanatic about Subud in a way, so it'd be helpful if she has shared that same fanaticism.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
And I feel definitely that we've been blessed and by Almighty God, and we have a mission. I have that deep feeling of mission. I don't know exactly how it's going to evolve or express, but I do have that feeling and dedication and concern.
Yeah. Well, thank you for talking with us.
It's my pleasure.
See you later.
Okay.
Leonard's into getting the group back together if you have any interest.
Yeah. Okay.
If you run out of people.
Time for number 3. Okay.
These are the grounds at the Astara Conference Center. Kind of pleasant surroundings. Adequate meeting facilities and living quarters.
No more! No more!
Lavinia, would you like to talk to me for a minute?
You want to talk to me?
Yeah.
In the light, in the light.
What do you have? What do you have?
Promotional.
Promotional for what? What do you want to tell me?
I just want to ask you some questions.
But not out in the sun.
No, that's fine. This is fine right here.
Oh, you want to take my picture?
Yeah.
I'm not very photogenic. Is that what you
Photogenic?
photogenic?
No, you're very photogenic.
Oh,
Actually.
that's what you think. I get kind of embarrassed.
Well, this picks up sound too, so I've been interviewing different Subud people here. Do you have a positive feeling about what's been happening at this conference here?
Yeah, I certainly do. Yes, I do. But I feel that to have it a little more organized or so. I mean, I don't want to be too strict, but still,
Needs a little more organization.
it falls apart in between. At least that's a feeling I have. But I really feel that a strong receiving. I like it. I like particularly always when we stay together. You know, not just meet a day and everybody goes back into their family with their family and in traffic and be involved with all kinds of things that are happening at home. But when we stay together, it really kind of builds up.
When you meet in